Manus AI, this is AI tool blow up all internets a couple of days ago by their incredible possibilities. This is an AI agent which can perform and can complete a lot of tasks which human will complete in 1 week just in a few hours. I just analyzed a lot of public sources and of course official Manus AI information, and I was really surprised, I was impressed a lot about the possibilities, about everything that they can do for us. Right now I want to briefly go through this AI tool and tell to you what is this used for and what is this Manus AI, what is an AI agent, and how we can register and how we can start to use it, which task we can do with Manus AI, and of course, do we need to be aware about that AI will replace the human or not. So what is a Manus AI, by the way? It's something like OpenAI operator, which can perform a lot of tasks on your desktop to open some browser, to search, to find something, and deep research tool also from OpenAI, from Claude, from Gemini, whatever, which can find a lot of information in many different sources and then extract the best data for us. And this is something like hybrid, so we have some open, so like operator and deep research, we find some information, we perform some task, and we can ask him to do whatever we want, for example, like analyze stock markets or just to plan our future trip with the family. So let's briefly take a look on the demos on some of tasks which Manus AI provide for us as a demo on their official website. So first of all, they told that Manus AI is basically general AI agent which can perform any task you want it, not just the concrete task or specific area. And let's take a look for the first demo scenario. It's something like when we can analyze a lot of resume and do some summary about them. So it start performing, like it start opening all the resume which we provide to him, start analyzing, finding some information that we need, and we also at the same time we can upload another resume for him, and it will analyze them more, and at the final result we will have some summary, as you see, about each candidates we have. So it's really simplifies some recruitment process in the companies. And the next task explained is property research. So for example, we want to buy or rent some property in some place, and so we have a family and we need to analyze a lot of factors like how safe it is and on this area and this city, and do we have some schools around that, some garden points and so on. And we just give him some introductions of what is important for us, and the Manus start exploring, he start looking for the properties. He basically find the best places, he analyzed some information from the internet, do deep research, and then in the result we will have the deep analysis and comparison between all of the places which we can perform with our budget. Another demo is a stock analysis, so we provide the 3 stock market companies which we want to have an analysis. So it starts doing some research, writing some code because he needs to retrieve some data from the API about this information, and also to create some dashboards for us and statistic in more suitable ways. So for example, like as you see, it creates for us a lot of images where we can compare all of this data, which it, by the way, retrieves before for us. We can also take a look on a few pretty cool examples, because this one is an example from the demo. So I don't like to take a look on the demo examples because, as we remember, the situation with the Gemini where they fake their own demos for the first versions, and also OpenAI Sora, which was incredible, but then we have waited almost 1 year before they released, and at the point of time it doesn't make sense because we have a lot of other examples. But these use cases is basically the use cases from the ones who can get access to this new AI tool, and they tested it with a different kind of operation. Like for example, let's take a look for sourcing research. on AI product for clothing industry. Let's take a look how it works. So we will have some real-time example of how the user get the results. So they just add the prompt and it starts browsing, it starts analyzing, finding some information, then analyzing. So at the left side we can see, we can take a look on what exactly it do. So for example, browsing here, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, creating a file. So it analyzes all of the web page and perform a lot of good job for us. So there are a few more examples and also more, so we can take a look, for example, on some of created websites. So it also can create for us the incredible websites or even the game. Like, let's take a look. This is a example of Mario game, like what we can play with. So that was fully created by Manus AI. So nothing you need to know about it. You just write what you want to get and you just get in the result. So how we can get access for Manus AI? So as from official page, we see that from the last 7 days, from the first 7 days, by the way, they get 2 million of people in the waiting list. So there are a few people who can get access right now, but if you don't have an access code, we need to join the waiting list. So from the main page of the site, we need to write try Manus, and we don't have an invitation code, so that's why we need to apply for access. And after it, you will see the email field, some description about why you need the Manus and for what reason, for what task you would use it, and if you have some social media accounts with some audience, you can specify these social media links, and maybe it will somehow impact on the results of how far and how soon you will get the access to Manus AI. There are also one interesting fact. So one of the user of X, they wrote that I have asked Manus to give me the first the files at opt/.manus. It's something like the base directory for all of the codes from the Manus, and it gave some result, their sandbox runtime code. And I think it's not the fake, because even someone from the team asked about that hi, from Manus, actually it's not that complicated. The sandbox is directly accessible to each user, so it's like the almost public information. And he told that it's used Claude Sonnet, to be more specific, it's 3.7 version of the Sonnet, and it's used like 29 tools. It's not used multi-agent, but by the way, it's used multi-agent because it performs a lot of tasks which require multi-agent. And in the comments, we see that it told that multi-agent implementation is one of the Manus key features. So it used multi-agent, by the way, and also it used the browser used to perform all of the tasks which you saw before. And also, let's take a look on some really interesting and powerful examples of how someone else use the Manus AI. So for example, this one example is someone create with the Manus AI a complete Apple site. All the same, everything the same, just copy and create and publish and build it, so up and run this site. And so we have a lot of other examples, for example, like analysis of Tesla stock, like briefly analysis. You can see this example from the official website of Manus. Some planned family trip, so you specify some details about for how long, how your budget is, how many people, and what you want to. And it starts analysis with like what entertainment you do have and where, how much it costs, and a lot of other information, and then the brief analysis and summary about all of the trip. Some coding games, so it creates some interesting game. It looks pretty simple, but come on, it was created from zero, but like by AI, I think in a few minutes or less than an hour. And also some pretty cool example of something like GTA game or Red Dead Redemption, I don't know, where you can suit, when you can that just change the suit. This is just a simple example. You cannot like walk through or do something else, but this is a good starting point. So by the way, like, it's really hard work to create the same by your own if you are the programmer. But Manus create this in less than a day, I think. One of the last things which I want to explore you from the official website is a benchmark. Of course, this is a public data and we not sure that it's pretty truth, but anyway, it shows us that it's much better than the OpenAI deep research and than previous version of Manus. And if that's it, I mean, it's really cool. But to be honest, I don't believe with all of this data. Each new technology, each new version of the large language models, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, they always show that, okay, right now we're much faster in that type of task and some actions, but I don't like this kind of public information because for me it's not 100% truth. So the main question is if it will replace the human in the nearest future. So I will give you an answer. Most of the, like, not most, but some of the people, they will replace. But at the same time, they will replace some kind of jobs, and then it will give some opportunity to create the new one. I will explain it. For example, I'm the businessman and I have a couple of people who works with me. And if I understand that I can perform more just by using this AI tool, that means that I don't want to fire someone. I just want to perform more, and because of that, if I will perform more, I will get more money, and that's how I want to grow. And if initial thing, like most of the companies will think, okay, we can just fire a couple of the people and the overall cost for the team will be lower and the pure income will grow. But then they will understand that they can produce more. If they produce more, they need more people. Maybe for the different position, maybe for the different kind of jobs, but I think in the nearest future we'll have a lot of different opportunities. So I suggest you to start learning AI because that's really important. It's almost the same like in the 2000s, internet happened in the world, and some of the people say, okay, I don't know how to use the laptop, computer, it's not for me. And as you understand, everyone from today should use the computer because it's really important part of our lives. So this is a revolutionary technology, and of course there are some problems, for example, with the costs. So if it use Claude 3.7 Sonnet, it will cost around $2. So MIT finds some information and make some analysis that it will cost around $2 each task we give to the Manus AI, and it's pretty much because like 5 operations per day, it will cost around $300 per month. But this only for now, and also there are some problems with the accuracies. So some of the users who start using Manus AI, who have demo access to it, they tell us that there are around 60 or 70% of accuracy, and this is a big problem, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure that in the future we will have less price and more high accuracy, and at this point of time this tool will be very useful, and I'm sure that each company, each businesses, and each person will start using this tool on a daily basis.